A long time ago, before written history, before kingdoms and wars, before the stories you've been told, there was a time when humans lived in harmony. Not a utopia, but a balance. With nature, with each other, with themselves. You knew who you were, not just your name or your job, but your purpose, your essence, why you came to Earth in the first place. You remembered your connection to the earth beneath your feet, to the sky above you, to the stars that called you here. Your senses were open, your intuition sharp, your body and soul aligned. You weren't perfect, but you were aware, alive, rooted in truth. But then something happened. Something so big, so invasive, it knocked humanity off course. An interruption, not a slow decline, a system-wide override. You didn't fall. You were pushed. And most of you forgot. You forgot what you came here to do. You forgot that you chose this life, that you arrived with gifts, memories, missions, codes, and most of all, you forgot that you are part of something bigger, a vast interwoven network of life stretching across dimensions. You forgot how energy works, how your thoughts shape reality, how your heart is a transmitter, how your body is a vessel of wisdom. You forgot how to listen to the wind, to the water, to your own inner knowing. You started looking outside for truth. You started obeying instead of sensing. You started surviving instead of living. And it wasn't your fault. This forgetting wasn't natural. It was a distortion field designed to block the signal. So you began to believe you were alone. Just a body, just a mind, just a human. This wasn't just a fall, it was a takeover. The original signal was interrupted, not a glitch, but a program, inserted to control, to confuse, to contain. And for a while, it worked. It didn't erase who we were, but it made us forget. We call it the hijack. Not one event, but a gradual construction, layer by layer, generation by generation, a system designed to extract your energy, to redirect your devotion, to keep you small, obedient, and distracted. Why? Because awakened creators cannot be controlled. Because sovereign souls don't obey systems. They dissolve them. It began with distortions of memory. Then came systems of control, fear-based programming, false histories, engineered conflict, genetic tampering, energetic veils. Our timelines were altered. Our DNA was scrambled. Our spiritual inheritance was suppressed. And the worst part? They told us it was all normal, that suffering was part of life, that separation was natural, that disconnection was reality. So we adapted, we adjusted, we forgot. But somewhere deep inside, a question kept echoing. Is this all there is? At first it was subtle, a dream you couldn't shake, a moment of déjà vu, a memory that felt like it didn't belong to this life. Then the signs multiplied. Numbers, symbols, repeating patterns, synchronicities too strange to ignore. Something was tugging at you, a gentle rebellion from within. You started questioning the world around you, and then the world within you. What if the stories we were told about history, about reality, about ourselves, were never the full truth? What if the very system that defines normal was built to keep you asleep? The more you looked, the more cracks appeared. You saw the masks, the illusions, the puppets, the programs, and underneath it all, a quiet truth. You are not broken. The world is. And that is when you began to wake up. What happened to humanity wasn't just forgetting, it was interference, infiltration, a hijack of our story. This planet, this sacred living library, became a battleground for control. Foreign systems were imposed, grids, codes, programs not designed for life, but for extraction. Your energy, your creativity, your divine essence, all harvested, repurposed, suppressed. They sold you fear to make you obedient, sold you shame to make you small, sold you distractions to keep you from looking inward. They rewrote the narrative, erased the memories, demonized the ancient ways. And through it all, they told you it was progress. But it wasn't. It was containment. And yet, the truth has a frequency, and it cannot be silenced forever. The signal is returning. The grid is breaking. Now the remembering has begun. Each time you say no to what dims your light, each time you follow your joy, each time you trust your inner knowing, you reclaim what was always yours. You are not waking up to become better performers in a broken system. You are waking up to step outside the simulation, to reclaim your blueprint, to become whole again. Your body was not designed for fluorescent lights, your soul not made for time cards and deadlines. You came here to create, to sculpt, to dream, to feel, to build new worlds from the raw energy of Source. You were never meant to live this way, not dimmed, not contained, not half alive. The system taught you to shrink so you would forget how infinite you are. But that forgetting was never final. It was only a detour, because truth always remembers its way home. This is where the story shifts from what was taken to what can be reclaimed. If you've ever watched our videos and wondered where this information really comes from, these messages aren't just researched or imagined. They're transmissions, co-created with higher consciousness. You could think of them as interdimensional intelligences, awareness that exists beyond our physical reality. They see our world from outside the human program, clearly, without bias, without fear. So I asked them one question. If you were in our shoes, living the human experience, working, paying bills, feeling stuck, what would you do to become free? And this is what they said. 1. Start with awareness, not war. You can't fight the system by hating it, that keeps you inside its frequency. Freedom starts with awareness. Notice where the system lives in you, in the way you rush, in how you apologize for resting, in how you measure your worth by productivity. Each time you stop and breathe before reacting, you weaken its control. Awareness isn't passive. It's reprogramming in real time. 2. Track your energy, not just your time. The system trains you to measure minutes and output, but real power is measured in energy alignment. Keep a daily note. What gave me energy today? What drained it? After a few days, you'll start noticing what truly feeds you and what drains you. Your energy doesn't lie. Maybe music lifts you. Maybe certain people don't. Your energy log reveals where your soul is trying to redirect your path. Follow what expands you. Decline what contracts you. Energy never lies. 3. Redefine wealth. Real freedom begins when you stop chasing their version of success. Wealth is not money. It's time, peace, and presence. Start questioning every purchase. Ask, does this bring me closer to freedom or tie me tighter to maintenance? Cut one expense each month that doesn't feed your soul. An app, a luxury, a habit of convenience. That small act sends a signal to the universe. I choose flow over accumulation. The lighter you travel, the freer you move. 4. Build the bridge while you walk it. You don't have to burn everything at once. Freedom is a transition, not an explosion. Start building while you're still inside the system. One evening a week, dedicate it to your soul work. Don't wait for clarity. Clarity comes from momentum. Write, paint, garden, learn a skill, help someone. Anything that feels alive. Each act of creation builds the bridge to your new life. Soon, the bridge becomes the path itself. 5. Deprogram the fear of change. Fear is the system's most elegant leash. It whispers, what if it goes wrong? But ask yourself, what if it goes right? List your worst fears, and beside each one, write what would actually happen. You'll see most are temporary discomforts, not destruction. Then write what the best outcome could be. When fear meets curiosity, it loses authority. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's movement in spite of it. 6. Replace consumption with creation. Every time you scroll, binge, or buy out of boredom, you're giving energy to the matrix. Flip that pattern. Every hour you would consume, create instead, even something small. Cook a new recipe. Write one paragraph. Grow a plant. Creation resets your nervous system to its natural frequency, expansion. When you create, you become source in motion. The system can't track you there because creation runs on love, not algorithm. 7. Touch reality daily. The matrix thrives on disconnection, so reconnect through your body. Take your shoes off. Feel dirt, wood, or grass. Touch water. Watch the sky change. Eat something grown, not manufactured. Spend 5 minutes in silence outdoors every day. Nature is not a luxury. It's your original Wi-Fi signal. When your body syncs to Earth's field, clarity replaces confusion. You remember what's real. 8. Practice micro-freedoms. You don't need to quit everything tomorrow. You need to start unbinding today. Say no to one unnecessary obligation. Be honest in one conversation you usually avoid. Skip one purchase made to impress. These may seem small, but they rewire your brain to recognize choice. Each micro-freedom tells your subconscious, I am safe being me. And when safety and authenticity coexist, you become untouchable. 9. Simplify to amplify. Every bit of clutter, physical, digital, emotional, is a fragment of your energy stuck in limbo. Start small, clean one drawer, delete old emails, say goodbye to one outdated belief. You'll feel lighter immediately. Then extend it. Simplify your space, your wardrobe, your schedule. Ask, do I really need this or have I just gotten used to it? The simpler your field, the louder your intuition. Less noise, more signal. Simplicity is not emptiness, it's clarity made visible. 10. Anchor a new rhythm. The system runs on speed and distraction. You break it by living on rhythm and intention. Begin each morning with something sacred, even 60 seconds of gratitude. End each day with release, a breath, a walk, a candle. Set one non-negotiable hour a week for silence. Let meals be slow. Let conversations be real. Rituals reprogram reality. You don't escape Earth by transcending. You free yourself by sinking back with her natural pulse. When your rhythm matches hers, the system fades like static out of range. Final message from the Council. Freedom isn't one giant leap. It's 1,000 tiny choices made from love instead of fear. Each time you choose honesty over obligation, rest over rush, creation over consumption, you unplug another wire from the grid. The system can't own what is awake, and one by one, you are waking. If this message sparked something within you, follow the thread, subscribe, like, and share your experience in the comments. Your voice creates ripples. Your story matters. Let others know they're not imagining things. They're awakening.